Peep Tom here. Okay, today what I'm going to talk to you guys about and how to explain to you is how to figure out how to structure your new tracks that when you don't know how to make a track and how to structure it like the professionals. Because one thing you got to know when you start producing or whatever, you're not going to know how to do everything. Like no one's going to come up with some creative new way to fucking make a tune, or if they do, it's going to be very, very rare to do this. You should kind of, I mean, you should try and strive to do something creatively new, but ultimately, it's just going to be like a derivative of whatever someone else has already made. So what I'm going to talk to you today is show you like how to structure your track. Like I'm making I currently started this yesterday. I made this like Melbourne bounce kind of track, and I'm going to show you how I got different ideas to make to structure it. So if you just look at my thing, like at the top of my template, I have like a MIDI samples, and then I have like four other just like random audio samples here. So the MIDI sample thing, these are just things that I like played with and made. And I just sit around for like an hour and just make like little like MIDI like compilation things, like some sort of pads and breakdowns and all that kind of jazz and some lead shit. But then we're not focusing on that today. So then the other things I have is like audio samples. So generally I know how to make like audio or what's it called? Like electro tunes basically, but I wanted to check out what some of the, like I was checking out, listening to a couple other people, and they had like different structures to mine, so I wanted to see what theirs is and then see if I could like make an ultimately better project. So what I did was I was listening to Crunk 'cause I really like that jam in that Crunk song. So I like took that and I wanted to see the structure of it. So at first when you learn anything, you're obviously going to be totally overwhelmed and not know what the fuck is going to go on. And you can be frustrated, and then you're just going to fight through that until it becomes like normal. Keep doing it until it becomes normal. So what I do is I always have like a reference track. So about 6 months ago, I didn't know how to make DMB. So I think it was like a Madion track, put it up here, and then literally just went through the whole track and figured out, I'm like, hey, this is where this comes in, this is where this comes in, this is how he structured this. And then I kind of mimicked it, and then I went to town like by myself and just did it like my own way. I'm like, okay, I think this would be better here, this would be better here, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to kind of show you how to do this and how I started this track, and I'm doing this today. So if you look at this Crunk track, it's like what is this? It's 16 bars of just intro. Then a kick comes in, and then immediately it breaks down in 45 seconds to like a breakdown. There's not even any break. This is just a build up, straight up build up, and then it's straight to the bass, and it goes bass, and then jam and jam. Another like little build up into a breakdown. So that's a really simple structure. I've been seeing lots of the Joe Fletcher and stuff and Reslow. What they have been doing is like it's either a minute or 45-second intro, and then it breaks down to like a 30-second breakdown, then a little build up, and then three like section drops, so like three 16-bar areas. So the first one usually doesn't have a clap. The second one brings in the clap and a hi-hat, and maybe introduces a new lead or something. And then the third one is like the hi-hats, claps, and maybe a new lead too. And then I use the last one. Specifically, this is when these guys have been doing lately is then it's just like this mad build up and into like blah, 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 and then the breaks down to the break, which is pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, lots of people are like, those guys are doing it lots. So I don't know. I'm probably not going to do that. But so I thought this was an interesting style. So it breaks immediately into the breakdown and then jumps into the bass, and then after that it's got a cool breakdown. So it's like breakdown, and really it's not much of anything. It's just like jamming. This beat is jamming, and then the same thing's breaking down. So then I also took a look at his other tracks here. What's this one? I don't know what this one is. So it's the same thing. So it's like no kick drum introduced here, then the kick drum introduced, then a little build up, then some other shit, and then it like breaks the, it goes no kick, or no clap, sorry, clap and hi-hats, and then like a build up section here. So like a pretty straightforward thing. So what I did today is that I like the short intro style, this shit. So I put in so like the first little bit of my tune has this. So it'll start off with no kick. The kick will still be there, just no sub kick. Sorry. And then I'm just gonna put this down lower because this sounds like shit. Put it up high. Yeah, I made this cool like little melody. It's sounding pretty deadly after the. So that sounds pretty badass. And then, so what I really like about this like Melbourne bounce kind of shit and like any songs with like the offbeat bass is that it's super groovy. Like no matter who you are, like what you're doing, you could fucking hate Electro, you could hate fucking like Melbourne bounce, you could hate all that shit. But once you hear like that offbeat bass and like the hi hats come in, like when shit's like progressively like introduced, that's badass. It sounds dope. You can't help but bob your head to it. That's what I really really like about it. Like no matter what, you can always dance to it, and that's a really big philosophy behind my music. But when like so if you look at this part, it goes like. So then the bass kick comes in, and then here I have I got this dude. These don't mind these vocals. We just got them last night, and from this rapper dude, and they're I gotta fuck around with them like a whole bunch because they're Ableton's a pain in the ass when it comes to like switching vocals. Like he rapped them in 112 or something, and I gotta move it up to like 130. So he's re-rapping them tonight. But we would just use these to kind of figure out where we're gonna put them. But so yeah, so then claps introduced and some hi hats. So then I have what I wanted to do with here, instead of going to his like what this jamming guy did or what Krunks did, he just went. So he just had like a little thing. So what I wanted to do is like I really like when there's like rap on top of like the offbeat bass, even if it's not like there's no leads involved yet. So I'm gonna make this all work and make it sound super sexy with these vocals. They obviously sound like shit right now because they're not fucking like nothing done with them. But so I'll bring in vocals and then hi hats on top of the vocals, and then that gives it like that fucking like. When you're in the club and hearing all this shit, you're like, yeah, fucking rap, fucking sweet music, it's all good. And then then it moves on to just a breakdown section. So yeah, then I have, see there's like multiple things I'm going to do here. So I have like this lead section, so this is a cool lead, and then it goes up an octave. And I think that's pretty badass. And then I'm going to stop it right there. So instead of having like 3 bars, I'm going to fucking stop it right there and have a second verse of the rap come in right here. So it'll just be, this sounds like shit, but like, because it's completely off timing, but just the idea. So after I'm done the... Hey baby, I'm just looking for some fun. Drink a little something, everybody went. And maybe I will even put this here. Maybe put it even higher. I don't know. Fuck. Hey baby, I'm just looking for some fun. Drink a little something, everybody went strong. You can tell by the look that the weed's got you sprung. Cause you're hanging on the words that be rolling off my tongue. I'm not stopping. Or like turn the volume down on this or some shit, I don't know. So I'm gonna have this little breakdown, so like a little rapping section, and then right after the rapping, I'm gonna bring it like halfway through the rapping, gonna build it up again, and then bring it into this. So that's some shit like that. I really like that, like that super Melbourne-y kind of shit. So then I'm gonna bring it back down to, let's make these smaller so it's easier to see. Then I'm gonna bring it back down to a little breakdown. I'm probably gonna make a bigger breakdown here. So so even right there, if you look at the structure, it's these 2 sections right here. So that's 32 bars. So 32 bars of lead, then break it into rapping, then build up, then Melbourne balance part, and then back down to, I'm probably gonna make this a little bit longer to like a breakdown here. So like probably let's put some pads, maybe a little piano and shit, just to mix it up and give people like some sort of like uplifting shit towards it. And then yeah, and then bust it back down to this third like third little fucking drop part. But another thing to note that lots of people, I mean, it's probably personal preference, but like from what I've seen in like the dance floors that I've seen, people get fucking retardedly bored after like 30 seconds. Like if something's not new in 30 seconds, they're like, I'm out of here. At least like the clubs that I've been playing at, they have like multiple dance floors, and like there's like main rooms and off rooms, and the people that aren't happy with the exact sound like in that first little bit, they're bouncing, they're gone from your set, and you gotta fucking like wheel them back in. So that what I do is just make consistently dope ass drops that are like always changing, and they're like pretty different, and like the song can be consistently played, or that can be played throughout like fully, instead of just like the first drops, because I usually just play the first drops in like other songs that I play. So yeah, so then this one's actually super badass.
Bitch, not about albums, it's about the most hits, 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 hits, not about albums, it's about the most hits.
So we're gonna have that little breakdown right there, and then have him rapping a little bit more here. Yeah, and then some other shit there. So basically, what I like to do is keep it interesting, break it down in different parts, and keep it up and down, breaking down, busting out, and not really long extended periods of like maybe one in the song tops of huge like super mega breakdown. Like that last song, obviously Summertime Sadness, had like a huge big breakdown, but that was like a remix or a bootleg of whatever we did. There'll be a link to it in the description. Check it out, it's pretty badass. So yeah, like, always get a reference track, even if you don't know how to do things like in a song. Like if you're like, oh man, that sound is so crazy, I don't know how to make that sound, go back, fucking get a reference track, listen to the shit out of it, and then try to mimic it. Because eventually by doing that, and by like now I can like look at these waves and like kind of know exactly what, like, there's a clap, there's a kick, these are like little percussions right here, this is like a lead right there. Like you can just kind of see, like it probably sounds fucking crazy to be able to see that shit, but like when I first started I was like, what the fuck, I couldn't even line this shit up with like just to warp it. That was a pain in the ass. But now I can like read these things, which is kind of crazy. So just keep doing it, and once you fucking keep doing it for like a while, you'll figure your shit out. All right. Yeah, I hope that helps. Hit me up if you got any other tutorial questions, and yeah, till next time, peace, y'all.